and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amra and this is Amra's Beauty Blog. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So this video is going to be in two parts. The first part is going to be me showing you one of the spring 2024 pieces from Dior, and it is their limited edition eyeshadow in Popeline Peach, and it's in 923. So there are two shades they've released. This is limited edition. This one is the more peachier of the two. The other one is a little bit more on the kind of cooler side. I thought let's show you this one first. I have some foundation on. I just finished filming a video with the backstage and I've literally just removed my eyes so I could show you this particular eyeshadow palette. There are 5 colours, as we all know from Dior, and I'll quickly show you what it looks like inside. You've got the 2 brushes in there, so this is what it looks like. So what I'll do is quickly show you all the shades. So we'll start off with that one and then we'll end up with the bright pink shade in the middle. So we'll start off with this shade, then to the lighter shade, then to this one here, then to this yellowy shade here, and then finally the shade in the middle, which is that pink shade that has the Dior on it, and that's a gorgeous shade. So we're going to put that one right there. So these are all the 5 shades. Very spring-like. So I have some lipstick on already and some blush, so literally we're just going to experiment with this particular palette. Now the pink is calling out to me, but obviously I need to lay a base. Most likely going to try that peachy colour, and I'm going to lay that on as a base shade. That's nice. What's lovely about this palette is you get a mirror, which you don't when you use the backstage ones. I mean, already I could just use this as an overall shade without even kind of adding anything on. I like the colour on its own, to be fair. It's got a really lovely uplifting look to it, but I want to try the other colours too. So I'm going to take the pink shade in the middle. I really want to see what it can do in terms of bouncing off the colour of this, because I'm not sure if it's going to be the same shade as this one. I've got the pink shade here and I'm adding it to the middle part of my eyes, and already you can see it's nice and bright. It's a very uplifting shade. It's a very spring-like shade, which I really like. I think I am going to take this shade here and I'm going to use that as a highlighter. If that doesn't work, then I'll use the gold, but let's start off with this shade first. Oh no, it does work. Nice light colour to uplift the look, and then I'm just going to put some of that up here. It's quite pigmented, the white shade. I'm just using that as a highlighter, and then I'm going to take that white shade again, put a little bit on my Cupid's bow, then a little bit on the tip of my nose, and I'm going to just put that yellow just on the inner part of my eye, just to lighten it a bit. So I'm kind of doing it the other way around this time. They surprisingly blend well together, so it doesn't look strange, but I've just taken some of that yellow and just kind of blended it on the inner part of my eye, and then I've got that pink on the outside. I'm just deciding what to do with this pink that's on the top left here. I mean, what I could have done was laid down that pink initially, but what I'm going to do, I like that original shade that I put on, and I'm going to take some of that and use my Lisa Eldridge 15 brush and just line the eye a bit at the bottom with that shade. It's the darkest one in there, so you know, I think it's about playing around, but I don't necessarily think you need to go all the way across. I think we can add some liner in a minute. I'm going to take my blending brush and just going to blend out the colours and do that, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of that pink shade in the middle, just put it back on the middle part of my eye, just to add that intensity again, because I do like that pink shade. So I have just gone away and I've added some mascara, some liner, and what I did was I added black liner because I thought that it would be a bit more of a contrast to the sort of more lighter colours. So I have added the liner, but I've also added more of the eyeshadow, and what I've done is I took this yellow shade and I just added a little bit more on the inner part, and the outside part I've added sort of more of the darker shade. I've added a bit of a liner. It almost needs a little bit more liner below. So I recently did a review on the Backstage palette, which was the Smoky Essentials one, and I might take perhaps maybe the black and that and then just combine them together, and I'm just going to kind of give myself a bit of a liner underneath. So I feel like it sort of felt like everything was at the top and then nothing was at the bottom. So taking that shade, just putting it at the bottom of the lash. I think that's given it a little bit more of just a feeling of kind of like it doesn't look like everything is above and not below. And I'm just going to clean it up slightly with some concealer. So I've just come back and I've just kind of just tidied it up a little bit underneath because I felt like it was a little bit too dark. So I have added a bit of concealer underneath. I have kind of mixed opinions about this palette. In person, the palette looks really nice on the eye, but in the camera, I don't know, you tell me, does it look a bit odd? I feel like it's very, very light, so then it kind of doesn't add so much depth to my eyes, but then I guess it is a spring look, so I didn't want to go too heavy on the eyes. I think that the shadows blend really well together. So you've got like that pink that blends into the yellow, and then the colours that I put on initially, which was that first colour as a base. So I think it does look nice. I just think I need to get used to the look. This is the first palette, which is of the first of the limited edition shades, Popeline Peach. It reminds me of the big palette that I bought that the creative director, I think it's Peter Phillips, he came out with that big long one with the flowers on it, and it was white and it had that sort of like yellow in there, and there were a lot of those type of colours, and I have a feeling it's quite similar. I'll try and do a comparison because I think if you've got that palette you probably don't need this one because the colour story is quite similar. If I'd known that, I probably wouldn't have picked this palette, to be fair, because I think that it looks like a similar look. Let me know your thoughts. I'm kind of in two minds about this one. I reviewed a lot of eyeshadows recently and I don't know if this is one of my favourites. I think it's pretty, but I think there are prettier palettes that I've reviewed. Please let me know your thoughts, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.